We're really delighted to have the opportunity to speak with Esther McLeod. She's the founder and managing director of Elm HR and is also the head of HR practice for IMA. So with over 30 years experience in the HR and business arena, I think we can safely say that Esther is definitely an expert in this field. Can an employer force an employee to go back to the workplace?
Well, Kathy, that's a very open question. I think the very quick answer to that is no. The employer cannot force an individual or employee back into the workplace. I think they have to walk a lot of pre-arrangements and assessment of the workplace even before they can even look at bringing people back into the workplace. There are a couple of things that they will need to look at before, and that is to ensure that the workplace is fit for purpose, looking at all the health and safety aspects of it. More importantly is everybody is different and every employee is different. So I think you need to find out first and foremost and go out and find out with a survey to make sure that, they are even happy. Mental health, whether they are even in the right frame of mind to come back to work. And then lastly is whether they have a issue with the fear of coming back to work, walking the journey into work, tracking what they need to do to get into the workplace. So in short, no, you can't force an employee back into work, not even before you do all the due diligence, even before that. First and foremost, you need to send out a general survey to everyone because you've got to treat everybody the same. So the survey should contain all the relevant questions about, how are what is their family unit like? How is their journey going to be like? How do they come into work? Are they happy to come into work? And what is their concern about coming into work? And also, having said that, track where they need to be at any one point in time when they do come back into work. Do they have to work full time, flexible working, even conversion of looking at people working different hours and changing work patterns.
More flexible, isn't it?
Yeah. So it is first and foremost is the survey, just to find out where people are at in their mind about returning to work. And then once that comes in, then you do the analysis of where you stand. Is it going to be a real battle trying to get people back into work, or is it not? Is it a health and safety issue they are concerned about, or do they have a personal a concern about their own safety, about their own family unit, or even the wider family unit? The other thing is they might even have personal health issues that, sometimes in essence, most companies should know about their employees' health generally, but some of this has now come out up to the surface, and a lot of people have kept them quiet. For instance, the biggest problem and the biggest subject is mental health. People, a lot of companies don't even know half of their employees. I'm generalizing here, but quite a proportion of employees suffer from some sort of depression, one time or another in their lives, and this is going to come up, and a lot of people won't want to reveal that because it is record and it's going to be in their file. Then it's all that concern. So I think that survey is going to give you a good understanding of where all your employees are. Look at your workplace is what health and safety protocols you need to put in place, and whether it's actually doable, cost prohibitive or not. But you also, with the survey, you will then know what some of the accommodation you may need to make for some people who had genuine disability.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're talking about how big your workplace is. If you have a huge workplace, it's fine. You can have people coming in at different intervals, and one week on and one week off, that kind of thing. But if you have genuinely a small workplace, how many people can you actually realistically accommodate? So again, do the exercise.
Yeah.
You're talking about the workplace, whether you can social distance. They are not going to be wearing a mask at work. And then you talk about your, dare I say it, all the amenities.
Yes.
The access to the building, the lifts, the toilets, the kitchen, the takeout area, everything that an employee would physically touch or get into contact with, everybody touches, So I think that piece is the second piece. And then the third piece is, and then the final piece is really, is it genuinely necessary for these people to actually be back at work? I think, is it essential? I think you need to look at it. Yes, and then I think lastly, you will need to look at contractual nuances, whether, you will need to revisit some of these contracts. Whether it's going to be something that is going to be a more long-term arrangement for somebody to be working flexibility and working from home rather than working in the office. So there are different steps and different things that that employer will need to look at step by step. So, but the first thing is the survey, just to see where the land lies.
Thank you so much, Esther, for taking part in this session and sharing your experience. I realise this is a very complex issue and we may need to do more sessions on this. But if anybody watching this would like further advice, or Esther does some getting back to the workplace workshops, if you'd like to take part in that, just get in touch and we'll pass your details on. Thank you so much. Thanks, Esther.
You're welcome. Bye, Kathy.